You have two best friends. One of them is a heart surgeon and the other an eye specialist. But one day you have a bad toothache. Who would you go to? Hey everyone, this is Alex Chua from Home of the Elites, and welcome back to our 10-part series whereby I will share with you the 10 biggest mistakes that home sellers make and how you can avoid them. Today, I will be talking about mistake number 2, but before that, I would like you to hit the follow us button on our Facebook page if you have not done so, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Remember to turn on your notification so that you can be updated whenever we upload new content. Alright, so if you're ready, let's get started by asking yourself this question. You have two best friends. One of them is a heart surgeon and the other an eye specialist. But one day you have a bad toothache. Who would you go to? One of your two best friends or a dentist? Why? The answer is obvious, isn't it? But when it comes to selling their property, many home sellers make the mistake of appointing a friend or a relative as their real estate salesperson. This is not surprising given the fact that there are about 30,000 real estate salespeople in Singapore. So again, instead of saying real estate salespeople, I'm going to use RES for short, alright? When you are online, Google about the common mistakes that home sellers make and you will come across articles that emphasize the consequences for failing to fire a bad agent. But what happens if he or she is your friend or relative? Some of you may have experienced this and you know how easy it was to hire them and how difficult it was to fire them. I know someone who felt obliged to her brother-in-law who is a RES. She gave him the exclusive rights to sell their landed property. After more than a year without results, she felt frustrated because she was unable to upgrade to a larger landed property until her current place has been sold due to the additional buyer's stamp duties payable for second property. I remember the expression on her face when she mentioned the awkwardness of sitting together during the Chinese New Year reunion dinner at her mother-in-law's place. To make matters worse, landed property prices was on an upward trend, with prices going higher and higher with each and every transaction, which would have been great for someone who's downgrading. But it is bad news if that same person is trying to upgrade. And let me explain to you why. If we take a 10% price increment in landed transactions, the seller will gain an additional $600,000 for the semi-D that they are trying to sell for $6 million, but they will also end up paying $1.2 million more for that bungalow that they are trying to buy for $12 million. And that, my friend, is a lot of money. Some home sellers chose not to go with friends or relatives for certain reasons which they have thought about beforehand. They may not feel comfortable sharing personal reasons for selling, or perhaps don't feel good that their friend or relatives know how much they profited from their sale. In my opinion, there is really nothing wrong to hire a friend or a relative to market your property if he or she can achieve the results you desire. But here are 3 things for you to consider. Number 1, what are the chances that things will turn sour if your expectation is not met and you have to fire them subsequently? Number 2, will your friend or relative become too pushy in the event that there is an offer which is below your expectation, but he or she feels otherwise? And number 3, do you value this friendship and would like to maintain a good relationship with them, not only now, but in the future as well? If your answers are no to all the 3 questions, then you are all good to go ahead and appoint your friend or relative. But if any of your above answers is a yes, then you have to think this through carefully. An important point to take note is that for luxury real estate, you will need someone who is well versed with the luxury market trends and ideally has a good network of people who will either buy your property or at least know someone who might be interested to buy your place. Having the right skills is just as important. For landed properties, RES will have to deal with many technical questions. When a prospect starts asking technical questions about building and construction guidelines or anything pertaining to renovation, construction costs, or even road setback, it simply means that they are keen. Landing or losing that prospect will be determined if the answers are favorable to them. And this is why you must consider engaging a RES who's a specialist and not just a general practitioner. That makes the difference. When your mind is made up to hire the right person for the right job, how are you going to tell your friend or relative? A nice chat over a cup of coffee or a meal usually ends well. Explain to him or her that you value this relationship and it is better this way. You can even offer to buy through them the next property if that helps. If a friend truly cares, they will understand your good intention. If he or she feels sore about the sales commission, then that is also something to think about. Always remember, if you have a bad toothache, you need a dentist, not a heart surgeon or an eye specialist. So getting this right from the beginning, it will make your life easier and possibly save you a lot of money as well. Well, I hope all the information I've shared makes sense to you. And if you have any questions, you can reach us at 9780 0000 and we will be more than happy to share our unbiased opinion with you. This is Alex Chua from Home of the Elites. Thank you for watching this video. Please remember to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification and look out for our next video whereby I will share with you the third biggest mistakes that many home sellers make. Till then, you stay safe and see you soon.